I thought I'd share with you what my morning is like. Right now, this is my absolute favorite time of day. Please don't look at the mess. I have got a billion projects going, and I tend to do too many things at one time, and as a result, everything kind of gets jumbled up and looks like heck. As I'm sitting on the porch steps, I can see out into the woods the cars that you can sort of pick out traveling behind are on the interstate. That's right, I abut the interstate. In front of me, can't see it real well, is nothing but woods, and it's through those woods that the 7 Mile River runs, and I named my betta after the 7 Mile River. This is the tank that needs to be set up. This is going to be the puffer tank once everybody's out of quarantine. I have an awful lot of extra tanks set up right now because everything has come in at different times from different places, so everything is in quarantine. Once they've been in quarantine, gone through the whole procedure, being wormed and being medicated for anything contaminant wise, contagion wise, then I'll be able to condense, have less tanks in the house, and enjoy life a little bit more with a few less water changes. I got a tub right there next to the rabbit lamp, and that's growing both snails and duckweed. On the plant table, you see little Cool Whip containers. Those are also growing duckweed and some plants. Big plants you see are all my house plants. It's going to be interesting this fall when I bring them in, because the fish have taken over in the house where the house plants used to be. So I'm going to have to get pretty creative. This right here is where I keep the vitamins for Karma, and also hopefully growing some ramhorn snails in there for the puffers. There's my cuppa. Every morning come out, have 1 or 2 cups of tea, enjoy the scenery. It rained during the night. It's still pretty wet out there, still pretty gray, but hopefully it'll clear up soon. Well, it might be cloudy all day, but at least maybe some of the dampness will go away. This is the 55 that needs to be cleaned and set up. It's moving in the house, but I'm trying to figure out the best way and place to put it. Standing on end, this blue tub is a 50-gallon tote, and that's going to be for some of the goldfish when they have to come in this winter. That'll all get set up. And down on the floor, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, you'll see some 10-foot 2x4s. A bucket of water aging, because I do frequent water changes, sometimes daily, sometimes every other day on the TVR. Directly below me are the TVRs from Gary, and they've already finished their brine. Probably should have started with them. They were still eating when I turned the camera on. But I sit here and I watch the fish. Pretty soon the birds will start coming in. And a cocktail rabbit that likes to run through the yard, pick out a few choice things. And got one or two gray squirrels that like to come and steal the birdseed. But the original plans were to use the 2x4s and the concrete blocks that were under the first puffer tank that I showed you to be. And decided it was just too much weight for the flooring, so going to break down and buy an actual stand and then figure out how to disperse the weight a little bit. I live in an older mobile home and I do worry about the floor and the amount of weight that it can support. So I am trying to keep the weight per square footage or square inch or whatever it boils down to about what it would be with an average sized human standing on it. This should prevent any problems because you don't feel any give in the floor when you're walking on it. A few places where I know there's problems, but not where I intend to put tanks. So now what's going to happen, I had to change the plans. Oh, by the way, past all the mess there. Down on that table where you see those little blue containers, or the blue and white chloroplast. Those are my dividers between some of the baby bettas. I shouldn't call them babies anymore because they're starting to grow up. They're 3 or 4 months old now, being sorted. Those are some of my sailfish. But the 2x4s are going to move over here and run the whole 10-foot length from, I just put the porch rail in. They'll go from the base of the porch rail, where you see the start of this tank, 10 feet down. And I'm going to use this in the summer for this type of thing, growing out babies. And actually, because the porch gets very warm, I'm going to keep some of my breeder tanks out here, set them up for spawning, see how that works next year. I didn't have great luck in the house this year. Of course, some of that is most likely due to my inexperience and not just issues or so with the fish. But this is only a 3-season porch. It's not insulated. Maybe that's a pipe dream sometime in the future to actually get this winterized and then use it as my fish room instead of having tanks all over my house or worrying about the floor because it's on a concrete slab. So I don't have to worry about weight out here. And as I've said a few times, I love to come out here first thing in the morning. I have company who seems to enjoy it as well. This is where he goes. He comes, he sits. This is my service dog, Wizard. For those of you who are wondering what he does medical alerts for me. And medical response. And he's very good at his job, right, Wiz? Wizzy. Hi, honey. Say hi to the peoples. You say hi to the peoples? Not interested? No. He likes to chill. A lot of times late at night, too, or just before I shut the fish down for the night, their last feeding. I'll make another cup of tea and come out, sit here. This crate is full of containers that I use for various things with the fish. It needs to be sorted and find a home. All in good time. You can only do so many things at one time. And as I said, I am famous for taking on too many things at one time. Just trying to see if anything's going to come into the yard this morning. Obviously, probably not, for the simple reason that I want it to today. Most of the times I don't care if they come. I do hear the birds starting a little bit. So maybe they'll be here before I finish talking. Although I'm kind of running out of things to say. Looking forward to getting this project completed. All the tanks set up the way they need to be and how they're going to be, and make sure that everything suits me. This used to be a nice porch until I moved into it. Well, I shouldn't say that. Part of the issues out here is that I am trying to downsize my storage unit. So I'm bringing stuff over to sort through that I can eliminate. Taking stuff over that I know I'm going to keep. Oh, I got a lovely pair of cardinals out on the tree. I don't think you're going to be able to see them. I don't think the camera will zoom enough, not and stay in focus. But if you look directly above the rabbit's head, there's a couple little movement things there. That was a young pair of cardinals. One of them is taken off. Female's still there. That's fun. As I said, they'll come in and they'll start looking for food. I don't have seed out there this morning. Squirrel took off with it. I need to replace it. Got a few, looks like chickadees, moving in up on the hill. They might come down shortly. Female cardinal just flew onto the... I wish you could see this. I wish this camera was good enough to zoom out there and let you see. Best I can do for you is just describe what's going on. They're not even quite clear to me. My eyesight's not what it used to be. Yeah, a little black-capped chickadee. Just went down. Cardinal went back up. Looks like they're gleaning stuff off of the sumac bush. Sorry, I don't mean to stop talking, but I just get absolutely engrossed. I find this to be the most serene time of day, for me here anyway. Gives me a chance to recoup, decide what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it done, but at least I can talk about it. So yeah, this is my little safe haven right here. And as I said, I just thought I'd share a nice quiet moment with you. I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful day. And maybe I'll try to get a better one. And definitely as the projects progress, I'll do little updates to show you what it's going to come out like or what it's going to look like. So take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you didn't like it, please put don't like. Kind of helps me to know what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go down and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment. I'm going to try one more time. Show you the chickadee. I don't think it's going to work. That little blurry blob about dead center of the screen right now is the chickadee sitting on a mullein plant, picking out some of the there's the cardinal. She just flew down to the bottom. But they're picking the seeds off the mullein. Most people think mullein is a weed, but it's actually a plant that has tremendous healing properties. If you get a chance, go ahead and look into it. So without further ado, I'm going to adjourn. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.